Hello, my amazing Leos. Welcome into a general monthly reading for you for the month of July 2024. I have no idea why Spirit's pushing me to do these general monthlies, but here we are. So let's jump right into the cards and see what we get for us. I am a Leo sun if you're new to this community, this amazing Leo tribe. We have the Hermit card, the Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. This month really highlights your ability to stay within control even when certain factors of your life push you to feel or simply leave you in a state of being out of control. Does that make sense? And I feel like you're going to as well find there's a huge focus on your financial savings and or lack thereof which, and how you best go about, seeing that grow or come back to be for you. But I also feel like you're holding your cards quite close to your chest, not wanting people to get in the way of what you foresee for yourself, or maybe even alter that progress, or see it come to a halt because of people being nosy or opinionated, or just too much within your Leo business. But the Hermit card is talking about how you are at times a bit of a lonely soul. And I don't mean that in a negative sense. You could be a loner like myself. You could find that certain factors of your life push you to embrace and be one with your alone time. But I also feel like there's certain key select times throughout the month of July, maybe even June, where you are bonding with certain souls. And this feels very spiritually guided because you're meant to have commonalities with people that you feel you never really had rewinding back or haven't had enough of, right? It reminds me of me at times these days being able to, and I've been guided to have certain conversations about hauntings and spirituality and being affected by energy. And it's enlightening, it's helpful for maybe me and or the other person or people, but as well it's a commonality that I feel I haven't had with a lot of people. I'm not saying this channel, absolutely with this channel, but in my physical reality, rewinding back. So again, apply it as you may, but it does feel like for the most part, being these two images right here, you're glowing throughout the month. This could be due to you really taking care of yourself a lot better, or just in general. It could as well be the fact that you're succeeding throughout the month of July and people are noticing you for this. May even be part of that success, say you're online or in the spotlight otherwise. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is a month, Leo, where you're out and about doing your thing, right? Staying in your own bubble for the most part, or in general, and eyes are peeled upon you. People are staring, whether they should or they shouldn't, or both. But I do feel like heads are turning because of your energy, because of your strut, your presence, and maybe even in regards to a talent or two. Say you're choosing to put that out there into the universe. But look at this. I often see these kind of images due to my spirit guides, and they're saying we love and appreciate you. Okay, we love and appreciate you, Leo, regardless of where Leo lies within your chart. It does feel like you haven't been given enough appreciation in your life in certain ways, and in other ways you have. I hope that makes sense. But I feel like you don't feel the need to explain yourself at this point along your path. And when you do, it feels like you are intuitively picking up on the fact that it's necessary, say with a boss figure or a coworker, maybe in regards to your business or otherwise, or with your landlord is what I'm getting, or accountant. Interesting. But I feel like there is, again, this feeling about your energy where you've come so far and you've been through so much BS and whatnot, and you've grown a lot to the point where you just don't feel it's needed for the most part to explain or over-explain yourself. It's like if you're going to understand it or understand me, then you will quite easily. Otherwise, I have a lot to do, okay, a lot on my plate, or I'm going to start to add more onto my plate if that's the case for you. But the Knight of Pentacles, because I feel like it's a month where you are moving at your own pace. Okay, you're also in the midst of which thinking about the money that you've thrown out, in a sense, right? Wasted or just spent on things of necessity and pleasure all the meanwhile. It does feel like temptation is still a part of your month, but a hell of a lot less of it. All right, it feels like there was or is throughout this month, and if it's happening, it's the beginning of the month, I think. Yeah, the beginning of July, where you are seeing a spiritual churn in the right direction for you, and you can't help but feel like this is going to even more so support and assist you in so many beautiful ways. It does feel like every twist and turn of your path is being highlighted as purposeful. For somebody, a soul being drawn to this reading who has a huge purpose. And within all the chaos and BS of life, the twists and turns, It's easy to forget that you have this purpose, this destiny that is quite large, but we're not going to make it easy for you to forget throughout the month, okay? It feels like you need to be remembering your worth as that grows, increases by the day, by the minute. You speak things into existence as well, as I just pulled the Magician card. The Magician card. I wouldn't be surprised as well. You can kind of pick up on the energy that I'm giving off right now. You're going to be doing a lot of speaking, okay? A lot of conveying. Things are just going to start to click for you. It's as if throughout the month, there is certain sparks of happiness, joy, and again, success, but things are intuitively clicking and it's helping you navigate, okay? You're trusting your inner compass a hell of a lot better, and this is as well helping you avoid, it's helping you accomplish at the strategic time, if I could spit it out. It's helping you smoothly, in an easier manner, get things done, all right? It does feel like people are trusting you a lot more throughout the month, maybe in regards to online, your presence in that sense. It could be your business, maybe throughout your job. It could be in regards to money. But I also feel like there's a lot of people at a distance and up close, you know, in your physical reality, thinking about you. You're in the minds of others for several different reasons. I feel like spirits at work plopping your name and or maybe your business name or two into the minds of others, the awareness to support your future and maybe even your current month, right? Your current day situation. And it feels like you're being reminded completion leads to a lot of happiness, right? It feels like you completed certain things along your path up until this point, and it left you with ups and downs once again, twists and turns, difficulties, obstacles, maybe even time and time again that you have had to overcome. But it feels like this is no excuse to avoid completion of importance in taking calculated risks moving forward and making sure that you fulfill your destiny throughout it all, okay? It does feel like there is a move of resonance for somebody in the upcoming months, and you're going to feel bittersweet about it, but you're going to feel like it's the right choice for you, regardless of what kind of move that ends up being for you individually. But I do feel like at this time, my friend, the possibilities are quite endless, as I feel like you are manifesting and co-creating with spirit in the universe left and right. Now, I feel like you are seeing an explosion in a positive sense of your business, if not two businesses at most, being drawn to this reading. It's part of what you've been manifesting, but your hard work is paying off big time. It feels like, as I just was pushed to lose my breath, there's a little bit of spiritual messing with throughout the month. There is certain stumbles along the way, but it feels like the month is more perfect than it was in June, right? If you were to compare. But I also feel like you're doing a really good job at not comparing your path, maybe your business, your situation, or your job situation, or even your finances, or maybe your relationship to other people. You're not comparing, and this is assisting you greatly, because it feels like it's almost impossible for you to do so at this point, because things are just so unique and different for you. You're unique, you're different, you're exceptional is the vibe coming through, the wording that I was just given. But the Ten of Cups, because I feel like the month of July really gives you a sense of fulfillment at certain points. It gives you a sense of happiness and chances to connect and experience like you haven't before. Maybe even in certain ways that you have, but rewinding further back. So it's about time we bring that back into play and give you what you deserve. It does feel like a long time coming for a wish fulfillment that's coming to be, even though we don't have the Nine of Cups on the board, but we have the Nine of Pentacles. I really feel like you're going to feel independent, but supported, connected, and disconnected strategically all the meanwhile. But when you feel like you need to reach for that hope in regards to what's at hand, or maybe in regards to what you still don't have or you haven't seen results for, or enough of which, reach for the hope. You know how to do so best for you at this point. There are going to be strategic moments of realigning your focus, whether you realize you're doing this intuitively or it's supported by spirit or not. You're going to feel like, say, within this conversation in general, for whatever reason, getting this, and it's toxic, right? Or maybe there's gossip. Maybe even you're just focusing on other people's conversations or one in particular around you, and they're gossiping. Spirit's pushing you, and you may even feel the intuitive push as well to step away, literally do anything else of importance or productively, again, step away and do something else. It feels very job related for a lot, because I feel like this could end up being a sticky situation that you don't and are not meant to be part of. Okay. And it doesn't have to be gossip or anything of the sort, but it feels like a lot of which that will come into play. It also feels like you need to, and maybe will naturally throughout the month at certain points, feel the need to hold back when it comes to sharing, whether it's online and or in person. It feels like oversharing is not going to do you justice because people have loose lips, people gossip once again, and you maybe aren't fully seeing somebody's true colors just yet, which feels purposeful. But in other scenarios, I feel like you're seeing people's facades start to or already have fell to the wayside, and you're seeing people's true energy, true intentions, true light. You're a true light is what I'm getting, a light in this world. I wouldn't be surprised if you're a light worker being drawn to this reading. But the Ace of Wands coming out, it feels like things are aligning for you in certain ways that has been, again, a long time coming, or just of true importance for significance for this point along your path. Now, there's a new passionate beginning that we're pushing you to focus upon. It doesn't feel like it's the time just yet, but it feels like it could be the month of August or September, maybe October, within the next 3 months following July, within that period of time for you to meet that new person, maybe spark a new commitment with somebody already in your world. Could be a new place to live once again, could be a new job or a new business, or maybe expansion for an existing business. It could as well be a new investment otherwise. Somebody's getting a new car in the month of August, and I feel like the month of July definitely pushes you to focus on what kind and what budget you're looking at for that car, or maybe another mode of transportation. Also, as I struggle to speak, in the midst of feeling like a wounded warrior at certain points, a bit burnt out, you're being granted certain gifts of energy from the spiritual realm, and maybe even the removal of an overwhelming sense of energy at certain other points to help you relax or feel less on edge. But I do want to tell you on another side note, timing is on your side. Time in general is on your side. And this is going to be quite evident throughout the month of July. Say you're running for public transportation, or even just walking. Say you started getting ready for your day or for wherever you have to go a little bit later than expected, or you felt was needed, but then you're right on time, or you end up catching the bus, or you end up avoiding traffic. And things just work out smoothly because Spirit's guiding you, because you're very intuitive and you trust it more than you realize at times. Other points you ignore it, but I feel you're progressively getting better at trusting it throughout this month, and more so moving forward and up until this point. But it does feel like you at certain points will be feeling less Nine of Wands-ish, okay? And they're asking you, well, why is that? Is it because you took a day off of work? Or actually off in general, because I feel like a lot of Leos like to stay busy, even on days when you're granted the allotted time to just rest, okay, or take care of yourself even in a very chill manner. Or is it maybe more because you haven't been associating yourself with that person or maybe that situation? Is it a habit that you've been doing a lot less of? It does feel like, or maybe a habit that you've been doing more of in a positive sense. We need you to be noticing when this feeling is coming to be and being maintained, because we need a lot more of it moving forward, because I don't feel like things are going to be slowing down for you, if that makes sense. I feel like things are still going to be, or will start to get even more so busy for you, surpassing July. I also feel like there's some Leos drawn to the reading who are meant for a lot of fame, okay? But either way, I feel like there's a lot of fortune, a lot of wealth in your future, and the month of July highlights that. But again, it does remind you that you do need to be managing that wealth and that fortune to the best of your ability. Doesn't mean you don't treat yourself and maybe other people of importance in your life and, buy what you need to and take care of your bills and whatnot. But we got to be saving, okay? And it might involve you cutting back on a habit or two, or just overspending in general. But look at this. Change is leaving you with victory. Okay, it might be an adjustment in regards to how you approach or create, develop for your business, maybe for work. It might be in regards to you acquiring a new opportunity for your career, if not several. But I feel like as well, this is talking about you changing, in June, but also throughout July and even moving forward on a soul level due to a choice or two, rewinding back, a change, if you will. due to what you are maintaining and getting rid of and taking on all the meanwhile. And this is leaving you with victory. People notice that you don't want to stay the same, and this may even inspire people or remind people of the importance of change on a multitude of levels within their life along their individual path. Again, I want to wrap up this reading by saying you're a manifester. You are the sun, my friend. You're a Leo, and you're absolutely magnificent. Go enjoy July.